Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Thursday, April 10, 2025. In the headlines, the Royal Grenada Police Force reporting successful security measures implemented for the 53rd GAPS Intercol Championships. Karakou fisherman in search of missing boat. State-of-the-art General Hospital kitchen reopens. Also in the news, regionally, Dominican Republic ends search for survivors after collapse of nightclub roof. Internationally, Sudan files ICJ complaint against United Arab Emirates over complicity in genocide. Plus, in the sports news, the GBSS and St. David's Catholic Secondary crowned champions of GAPS Intercol Championships 2025. Joseph Cador and Godfrey Augustine will look back at the 3 days of competition. We invite you to stay close. We'll be back in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue. Available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. With colors flying high and school pride in overdrive, the grand finale of the 53rd GAPS Intercol Championships ignited a carnival-like atmosphere at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Thursday. Rena Ped Thomas has this report.
The rivalry among secondary schools across the Tri-Island state reached fever pitch on the final day of the 53rd GAPS Intercol Championships. Excitement ran high as students, teachers, past pupils and others showed up in full force to lend support, each hoping that their preferred school would walk away with the coveted championship trophy.
I support in GSS and SDCSS.
I support in Wester Hall, GBSS, and AHS and Convent.
I support in Wester Hall and GBSS, and for girls I support in high school and SDCSS.
Wester Hall and GBSS and high school and convent.
I support in GBSS and high school and Wester Hall.
I'm looking for us to go up with the trophy today. We're going up with it, definitely. I'm positive. For the win, I don't come here to make papi show. I come here to support SAS and we will be winning and going up with the trophy.
People? Mr. supporting Convent and SAS. Well, I'm from Convent, but I have a sister in SAS. I also support St. David's because my mother comes from St. David's and she dressed up in the uniform today. Yeah.
That's on St. David's.
Why?
Because my brother going to St. David's and I going in a school in country. So, yeah.
So what is
for boys, I support in SAS, of course. And for girls, I support in St. David's.
As for girls and then boys, Buka.
GBSS will win.
You feel so?
Yeah, I would GBSS.
But Convent, because, you know, it's my own school. I have to support them, yes.
All right, so win or lose, you go.
No. You don't deal with SAS. SAS can go. You were GBSS today, sorry.
I'm a chest out, my Throughout the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, passionate supporters created a vibrant and electric atmosphere. In every corner, fans proudly wore school ties, t-shirts, and waved flags while blasting horns, cheering their athletes to the finish line with unshakable pride. Here's a taste of the energy and enthusiasm that filled the stadium.
Yeah! Telescope is a double. We taking it to the double. GBN says weak. They're dead. They're weak. Everything is big parade. Double bubble today. GBSS is gonna win. GBSS. Green. I feel like the games is a lot better than over the years. I see there's a lot of drive. There's a lot of expectations from the athletes, and they're doing their best, and I think that's the way to go. I see much improvements to come, and I think it will just be better and more successful in the years to come.
As the final events wrap up, the echoes of school chants and celebrations reminds us that Intercol is more than a competition, it's a proud tradition. Win or lose, the spirit of unity and the school pride continues to shine brightly across the Tri-Island state. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
What a day today. Well, a massive crowd turnout on the final day of the 53rd GAPS Intercol Championships forced organizers to reassess ticket sales by 1 p.m. on Thursday. The move was taken out of an abundance of caution, with safety remaining the top priority for all in attendance. Principal of Presentation Brothers College and executive member of GAPS, Marvin Phillip, spoke to GBN about the turnout on day 3.
When it comes to ticket sales, when we arrived here at 7 o'clock this morning, there were people in lines already waiting to purchase their tickets. So currently our main stand is filled in terms of seating capacity. There are persons standing amongst the seats and so on because they simply want a live version of the games. The bleachers, the tickets are selling quickly. Number of students are still pouring into the stadium. And right now the secondary pavilion, we have just a few seats remaining, but ticket sales we're going to have to pause to assess to see if we can continue or if we're going to close it for the remainder of the evening. But our intention is to sell as much as possible without risking the safety of the patrons.
Philip explained that online ticket sales were high from the outset of the championships. He noted a sharp increase in on-site ticket purchases on day 3, which traditionally draws the largest crowd.
Online sales went out quickly as well. When we realized there was a delay with the shipment of tickets, and therefore we had to upload more tickets onto the GoToFet site, and in a matter of hours they were again sold out. So persons seem to be very intrigued with the game. So there will be some persons coming in, but most of these persons are purchased tickets online, and so on. Some of them came early this morning and purchased and then went to work. So that's how we're going to assess.
All right, so the unwavering commitment to security ensured a smooth and safe experience for all athletes, students and patrons at the 53rd GAPS Intercol Championships. Rena P. Thomas spoke with police officers and has this report.
The security measures implemented for the 53rd GAPS Intercol Championships 2025 have been deemed a success by officers of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Superintendent of Police Holly George, who has been overseeing security operations at the Games, highlighted the strong presence of law enforcement at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. He emphasized that this visual presence was key to maintaining order and ensuring the safety of students and patrons throughout the event.
Security arrangements are in place. We have a number of officers plus private security on the bleachers area. They are presently screening the children and in and between the bleachers and interacting with the children to ensure that we do not have any incidents that could cause harm. And so far that arrangement has been going very well. The students have been cooperating, but there has been very, very little incident, very, very minor. It's more injuries coming from the tracks and so on. We have not had anything of a serious consequence.
Ahead of the championship, Superintendent George explained that a robust social media campaign was launched to educate the public on the do's and don'ts for attendees. Additionally, in-depth discussions were held with the Grenada Association of Principals of Secondary Schools to review and finalize security protocols.
It was enforced, reiterated that the students should not come to the games with certain items. In the past, they've come with backpack and geometry sets and things that would form like offensive weapons that they could use to create harm. So far, we've seen, for the most part, cooperation. It seems as though the message got to them, and so we are doing the security checks and things are going well so far. So we're on the ball with security to ensure that there is safety and things end without incident.
The superintendent extended his gratitude to the public for their cooperation and support over the 3-day event, noting that their adherence to the guidelines contributed greatly to a smooth and incident-free championship.
Take this opportunity to thank the public, those that have come to participate, and those, the parents, the teachers, and grandparents who have spoken to the children and have supported the games. We have stakeholders that has all supported and pitched in to ensure that thus far everything is in order without incident.
The seamless execution of the plan reflects the power of preparation and partnership, and as the curtain close on Intercall 2025, the RGPF stands proud of a job well done. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Still to come in network news, Carriacou fisherman in search of missing boat. Stay with us.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
GRENDEC Community Partnership Initiative.
On behalf of Netball Grenada, we want to say a special thank you for the contribution made. We are certain that the contribution that had been given would be put into good use and we would bring home great results.
GRENDEC, energizing our community.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG United processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG United. Good like that.
Agritech Limited Grenada is your one-stop shop for all your farming needs. We provide seeds and seedlings, pesticides, fertilizers, irrigation and water management systems, veterinary products, and a wide range of agricultural products and implements. Our staff is knowledgeable and ready to serve you. Call us on 435-9677 or 440-4460 or visit us in Happy Hill, St. George. We are open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Agritech Limited Grenada. Come grow with us.
Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
In the arena of life, we find strength, determination, and the will to overcome. As athletes, we strive not just to win, but to excel in every endeavor. For as it is written in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 to 25, let us strive for excellence, not just on the field, but in life. For in our efforts, we find the strength to conquer and the courage to endure. Keep pushing forward. Keep striving. Keep believing.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Grenada, get ready for the most anticipated kids event on Saturday, 19th April, Easter Saturday. It's the Easter Kids Extravaganza.
Easter Kids Extravaganza.
Monrouge playing field, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy rides, slides, obstacle courses, rock climb, bouncy castle, go-kart, and much, much more.
Mom, I love this.
Then from 6 p.m. we move stateside for special performances. Come see the mind-blowing illusions and mesmerizing dancers from the overseas acts. Soca performances from Guana, Shekwan, Black Barbie, and Young Man. Admission kids only $5. Adults $10. Parents, guardians, get the kids ready. Easter Saturday, Monrouge playing field. Something no kid wanna miss. It's the Easter Kids Extravaganza.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're back at Television Center. Another Carriacou fisherman is dealt a blow. His boat was allegedly stolen from the area it was moored. The owner is seeking the public's assistance with locating the vessel. Christina John reports.
Following GBN's news report Tuesday night on the devastating loss experienced by a fisherman in Carriacou whose boat was destroyed by fire, another fisherman is now seeking the public's help to locate his vessel, which went missing late Tuesday or early Wednesday morning. Wife of the boat owner, Miranda Stewart, said they left their boat, which was moored in Tyrrell Bay, in perfect condition Tuesday, only to discover it missing the following morning.
On Tuesday afternoon, around about 7:30, my husband went aboard our boat, Blessed Wave, just checking the ropes and everything, make sure everything is okay. After that, we journeyed our way to Lauriston, came back, stopped out the road for a little, went home around about after 9:08, and on Wednesday morning, come out here, our boat just disappeared, it's gone. It's a 28 feet fiberglass. It's white, orange, and blue just right to the bottom. It's a Pockins M135.
The vessel, Stewart said, was used to do bottom line fishing, which is their means of earning a livelihood. An investment worth thousands of dollars, she said, disappeared without a trace.
Looking at where the boat normally moor, if ever that anything happened, our neighbors around normally call to say, well, you know, something happened, or nobody called, nobody saw anything. It's just so strange. If ever that it busts moorage, it will go and hit another yacht out there. But unfortunately, nobody see and nobody's saying anything. Cost is about over $35,000. Yeah, our livelihood just gone.
Stewart have owned the vessel for the past 5 years, and the loss has left them feeling helpless. Numerous searches have yielded no positive results. They are extending their plea for help to fisherfolk on the mainland to keep an eye out for the vessel. Registration number J32284HV, which is white, orange, and blue in color, with the name Blessed Wave inscribed. Any sighting of the vessel can be reported to the nearest police station or by calling police emergency number 911.
Well, we reported the same time to the Carriacou police station. Coast Guard went out around the island looking to see if they see anything. Came back with no news. And so far we've just been spreading it to all the boatmen out there, all the tuna sellers out there, just to see if they see anything out there. So far, nothing as yet. Oh, it hasn't got the moorage. The anchor that the boat normally anchor on, it's also gone. So it's a lift of the water and gone. Continue to look and find out all information we could. If anybody have any information, it would be really good, because as the young people trying to make a living, it's really tough. So just get up and your investment is gone.
Christina John, GBN News.
Meanwhile, fisherfolk can look forward to more sustainable materials to construct their boats. Another report from Christina John.
Fishing and fishing boat communities across Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique have been evaluated as part of preliminary efforts by the Ministry of the Blue Economy and Marine Affairs to determine a more sustainable alternative for constructing fishing vessels. Chief Fisheries Officer Justin Rennie, accompanied by representatives from the Food and Agricultural Organization, recently visited Carriacou following similar assessments on mainland Grenada. The initiative forms part of a technical cooperation program, TCP, with the FAO. Rennie explained that the assessments serve to introduce fishermen to a proposed new material for boat construction, which is expected to be more durable and environmentally sustainable.
We all know that in Grenada, we have been constructing fishing vessels with wood and fiberglass, what we call FRP. However, they have significant disadvantages: high maintenance, operational costs, and in terms of the longevity of of the product, of the material, would maybe give you a 3, 4, 5 years until maintenance start. Fiberglass maybe at 10, 15 years before significant maintenance. The material that we intend to use would be maintenance free. Okay. Also, in terms of it's very light. So in terms of your operational cost, okay, it will be less in terms of fuel consumption. In terms of the safety, it's a material that your vessel cannot sink. It's unsinkable. So that's a good feature of it, because we all know with the small boats, over the years, quite a number of them have sunk.
Rennie noted that the proposed material could last up to 50 years with minimal maintenance. He emphasized the importance of consulting with fishermen to gain their support and encourage acceptance of the new approach.
Meeting with all the fishermen, the boat builders, introducing the new material, getting from them their opinion on the new material. What we have to get to understand is that in each fishing village you go, the boat's design might be slightly different. If you go to Grenville have a particular design which they are comfortable with. You go to Guave, it's the same thing. You go to Pittimartinic or you go to Windward. So what we are doing is that with the FAO consultants is looking at the different design, talking to the fishermen, see what is comfortable, with them. And then following this mission, the consultants will have a design, a prototype, and discuss it again with the fishermen. And once they agree on a particular design, then that prototype, we're looking at 2 prototypes. One is about 8 meters, and the other prototype is between 12 to 14 meter boats. Okay? And they would actually give the fishermen to go out to test it, to have a feel about it, and see if they are satisfied.
Christina John, GBN News.
A Grenadian attorney at law is calling for urgent reform in the country's mortgage system, arguing that homeowners are being unfairly charged high fees even after repaying their loans. Details in this Nisha Paul report.
Attorney Jerry Edwin is taking a stand against what he calls an extortionary practice. He says that after years of sacrifice to pay off a mortgage, homeowners are still required to pay between $900 and $1,200 in legal fees just to receive their property documents. At issue is a legal process called reconveyance, which requires an attorney to officially clear the mortgage from the property records. But Edwin argues that unlike commercial banks and credit unions, other financial institutions like the Grenada Building and Loans Association handle this differently without placing the burden on homeowners. He's now calling on the relevant authorities to address the issue, pushing for legislative changes that would make it easier and cheaper for Grenadians to get back the deeds to their homes. This issue is gaining attention and many homeowners say they agree. Will government step in to change the law? We'll keep following this story as it develops. For GBN News, Nisha Paul.
We are reporting the day's news. We'll be right back.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency, unlocking the possibilities.
ACB Speed Start, Manage, Expand. Don't call me small. I'm dreaming big. I'm gonna have it all. ACB Speed Start, Manage, Expand. They came on all my competition, got the whole bag's attention. ACB, best financial solution. My business has a good reputation.
Ready for success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more.
ACB Speed.
Start, manage, expand your this today.
Tracksuit, water bottle, sneakers. It's time. Let's get ready to join us on the road this year for Quad Bank's annual Pump It Up Family Fun Walk. Tell your family and friends, and let's get moving towards a healthier lifestyle. Carry a coup. Come out in your numbers on Sunday, April 6th from 4 p.m. as we pump it up from Alexis Food Store's car park to the Hillsborough Tennis Court. On Sunday, May 4th, the action is on the mainland. We're hitting the road at 4 p.m. from Monrouge Playing Field to the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Registration ends on May 2nd or while stocks last. So get your packages today. Individual packages cost $20. For groups of 3 or more, packages cost $15 each. Proceeds go towards the Princess Royal Hospital in Carriacou. Visit our website for more details. See you on the road for
Welcome home.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet? Yes, multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true. Grenada, get ready for the most anticipated kids event on Saturday, 19th April, Easter Saturday.
They not like us.
It's the Easter Kids Extravaganza.
Easter Kids Extravaganza.
Monrouge Playing Field, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy rides, slides, obstacle courses, rock climb, bouncy castle, go-kart, and much, much more.
Mom, I love this.
Then from 6 p.m., we move stateside for special performances. Come see the mind-blowing illusions and mesmerizing dancers from the overseas acts. Soca performances from Guana, Shekwan, Black Barbie, and Young Man. Admission kids only $5. Adults $10. Parents, guardians, get the kids ready. Easter Saturday, Monrouge Playing Field. Something no kid wanna miss. It's the Easter Kids Extravaganza.
Palm Sunday commemorates Jesus Christ's triumphal entry into Jerusalem, where the crowds greeted him with palm branches as a sign of victory and peace. In Catholic tradition, palm branches are blessed during Mass. This serves as a reminder of Jesus' kingship and the joy of his arrival. These palm branches are not just decorations. They hold deep spiritual significance. They remind us of our call to Christ and to embrace his message of love and humility. Many Catholics take their palm branches home, placing them in a prominent spot as a symbol of faith and a reminder of the journey towards Easter. On this Palm Sunday, let us reflect on the meaning of these branches and renew our commitment to live out the teachings of Christ in our daily lives.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. A more conducive working environment for the kitchen staff at the General Hospital. The upgraded, fully equipped facility was opened on Wednesday. Christina John attended the ceremony.
As the doors of the newly recommissioned state-of-the-art hospital kitchen at the General Hospital were opened on Wednesday, Health Minister Philip Telesford reflected on how disheartened he was by what was shown to him just months after the 2022 general election. He recalled the space where meals were being prepared for patients as a deplorable working environment, unpleasant for food preparation. He said an assessment was conducted in 2024 by an engineer who rendered the space unsafe for work. The health minister said he took it to cabinet and the decision was taken to have it redone.
Good afternoon. I want to congratulate you for your patience and your tolerance and for working under these very difficult conditions over such an extended period of time. Government buildings should never be allowed to get into these conditions, especially when people are working in those areas.
Minister Telesford underscored the importance of food as part of the healing process for patients.
Because food also bears medicinal healing properties. And so your jobs as cooks, dietitians, and nutritionists are very important within the framework of the medical services that are delivered to the people of Grenada.
Sharing her perspective as a member of staff was Chanel Lewis Dabrio.
Our dedicated kitchen staff, with their unwavering commitment and passion, have worked diligently under some of the most harshest conditions to prepare meals that meet the diverse dietary needs of our patients. They have poured their hearts into every dish, ensuring that even in the most challenging times, we provide comfort through food. Today, I am proud to announce the unveiling of our new kitchen, a state-of-the-art facility that embodies our commitment to excellence in patient care. This kitchen is not just a beautiful space, it is a testament of our belief that food is an integral part of healing.
Minister Telesford implored upon kitchen staff to take pride in their work and care for the equipment.
If you work together, if you pull together, if you value the investments that are made in the equipment, in the building, and in you, the employees of this noble institution, I would assume that you're well on your way to beginning the transformation process within your department.
Christina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. We'll be back to report the sports news. It's all about GAP's Intercol Championships 2025.
And everybody, yeah, dog, so no, fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You remember, Dragon? You see that? About 10, let them make a hard man. Me, I talk to you, man. But you man 92. Yeah. You the number one run, man. What is that easy? No, what? Nice. Yeah. You number one. Yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this? I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future. It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know. What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Need to install or repair your plumbing? We've got you covered. Whether you're setting up a new washing machine, replacing a leaking faucet, or fixing that pesky dripping pipe, the Plumbing Supply Store is your go-to place in Grenada. We offer a wide range of plumbing products to make both new installations and maintenance a breeze. Our shelves are stocked with top quality products including pressure and waste fittings. And if you've been struggling with blocked drains, have you heard of Melt? This powerful drain-on blocker liquid is a game changer, designed to prevent and clear blockages, making it ideal for hairdressers dealing with clogged wash sinks. We also carry a wide selection of repair kits and replacement parts to bring new life to all plumbing fixtures. Visit us today on the Woodlands Main Road or call 444-1377 for expert advice, top-notch products, and a warm welcome. At the Supply Store, we do everything plumbing.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Good evening, sporting fans. The GBSS and St. David's Catholic Secondary are crowned champions of GAPS Intercall Championships 2025. For a look back at 3 days of competition, it's over to my colleagues Joseph Godor and Godfrey Augustine.
Well, thank you, Kenroy. Good afternoon, good evening to you, sporting fans. Welcome to this special segment. Well, the dust has hardly settled, as you can well appreciate, at the Kenroy James Athletic Stadium, but I can tell you for all certainty, the competition, not the celebration, that is, it is on at varying parts of the island. And with me here to really take into the conversation is myself, former character athlete. Nobody knew much about that. We talk about that in a different space and time. But the man Godfrey, 3 exhilarating days at the National Stadium, and again it came down to the 4x4, which is always one of the marquee events. Your thoughts? 3 days. What stands out most in your mind?
Joe, thank you very much. And I want to just start by saying how pleased I am with the continuous growth of track and field in Grenada. I was able to follow a lot of the events on television. I wasn't able to be at the stadium, but I followed. In fact, it's probably the first time I've actually paid so much attention, to the actual events and so on over the past 3 days. And one of the things that stood out for me most was how much we've excelled or improved or grown in the huddles. Huddles in Grenada is fairly a new event. It's not something that has been around for a very long time. So when you look at people like Kyle Ned and others who've done so well in huddles, I'm really, really pleased. And it just shows the growth of track and field in Grenada. That being said, 3 days of excitement, really good performances. There were some athletes. In fact, all the athletes were very good, but a couple of them really stood out. I mentioned Kyle Ned earlier, of course, from SAS. Cache Stevens, that young man, of course, he made his name. He broke one of Kirani James's records, Sir Kirani James' record. That is not something simple. It is significant. Of course, the great Ethan Sam, who won the senior boys 100 meters. And to me, Joe, the race of the 2025 Intercall, the 200 meter senior boys. And I was looking at it, Joe, and it took me back to the last Olympic Games, the 100 meters. Noah Lyles, Kishane Thomas from Jamaica, where everyone felt that Kishane had it, but it was that lean from Noah Lyles that got him the gold. It was that lean from Ian George that got him the gold. And it just shows how much Ian wanted that victory, how much he went out there. He had the race well planned and well thought out. He went there, he executed, and he did what had to be done. So that to me was really, really significant and exciting. There were a couple of young ladies, Peaches Pancho. If you ask me, I thought Peaches ran in every race and did extremely well. And I tip my hats to Peaches, McDonald College tonight. Great performances. There was another young lady, I think from Boca, Annalisa Brown. She was really fantastic in the 3,000 meters. She ran a well-organized and managed race, took her time, paid attention to her competitors, and when it really mattered, she kicked and she got the victory. Alian Gidhari from St. David's Secondary. She was really great. There was a young lady from SAS, Gavia Walker, in the 400. So there were great performances. Annie Logie, I can't forget her. That final 4x4 open, girls. St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's. She ran, she ran. That young lady at some point went ahead of her. She took her time. She planned. She thought the race out well. She was a thinking runner. And at 100 meters to go, she did what she had to do and she got the victory for her school. That was great. I thought that the field events, excellent representation from all the schools around the island. Another thing, Joe, what I found, that some of the schools that's not known for exceptional sporting performances or track track and field performances, you saw some individual athletes, coming out and doing extremely well.
And while you're at that, let me ask you, I always ask the question, what in your assessment is giving rise to that? You have the likes of Boca Secondary. You heard a lot of mentions of McDonald College. The typical, what you call the non-traditional schools. What's your assessment of that? What's giving rise to that?
Well, look, track and field, as I said earlier, track and field has been growing continuously. There were a lot of great athletes over the years who laid that foundation. And of course, in most recent times, people like Kirani James, Lyndon Victor, our world champion in javelin, and many others. So there are athletes that, this present crop can look to, and they're motivated by their performances. I mean, when you have, it is unheard of that, islands like Grenada and St. Lucia and so would be at the Olympic Games and win gold medals.
That's true.
That was unheard of. Now we are seeing that happening.
And what's your thoughts, as you in the presence of the growing number of clubs that's giving support to the schools?
Well, I mean, look, we need to have even more clubs because remember, the individual secondary school meets, they happen once a year for a couple of months. So you need these clubs to have continuous competition, to continue to train the athletes, get them, into the groove of things so that you can get these kind of performances. So the clubs are welcome, and we need to see more of them.
If we go to look at the males, starting the male division, it was always traditionally going to be a tale of two schools, GBSS and SAS. But we've seen also the emergence, real forceful competition from the Presentation Brothers College this year. They seem to be a continuously emerging prospect.
Well, I wouldn't say emerging, I would say re-emerging, because remember,
from the days of the 60s.
Yes, Presentation Brothers College, at one point, they dominated track and field in Grenada. So you have, different eras, different period of time where different schools emerge. We saw the emergence of McDonald College some years ago. So you find that happening. And I think there is the motivation, from some of the other performances where you have athletes who want to perform well. Look, track and field is a big thing. Intercall is a big thing in Grenada. Look at the amount of people who come out to support, so it's a big thing. And I think that in itself is a form of motivation for a lot of the athletes to go out there and perform. I heard the coach from GBS said that they started working from, once Intercall was finished last year, they started working. They held their annual track and field meet earlier so that they can have enough time to get their athletes organized, get the condition training, everything in order so that they can prepare for this event.
Let me ask you this. Was this the year, as you look at the girls' division, St. David's Catholic, they won 186 points. Interestingly, St. Andrew's Anglican in the girls' division, 170. Do you think that this was the year, a missed opportunity, where SAS, your alma mater, and I know you're trying to be modest about it, not trying to smile too much, was this the year where they missed the opportunity to complete the double?
Well, look, anytime you don't win is an opportunity missed. But let me tell you something. You look at St. David's Catholic Secondary School, and St. David's Secondary is not an easy school to defeat at Intercall. They have done the work, or they continue to do the work. They understand it very well, because you continue to see the transition. Athletes go and athletes come, and this is not by chance. You understand? The work is done. The athletes are mentored, and they are groomed to do what they're supposed to do. So it's, yes, a missed opportunity, but you cannot take St. David's Catholic School lightly. SAS, I thought they had an excellent opportunity, yes, to pull it off this year, but the St. David's Secondary School proved a little too much for them.
Well, folks, there's so much that we can discuss, Godfrey and I, but if we want to say congratulations, let's just go through the points if we can, in case you missed it. We just go look at the top three. In the girls' division, the Anglican High School, 162.67 points. St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary, 170 points. And St. David's Catholic, the crown champions in the girls' girls division, 186.67 points. In the boys division, the Presentation Brothers College, 121.50 points. SAS, 232 points. And the Crown champions in the boys division, the Grenada Boys Secondary School, 253.50 points. Folks, it has been 3 exhilarating days, a lot of excitement.
But Joe, just before you go, look, I wouldn't miss the opportunity to, of course, include my little bias, and I know the listeners would forgive me for that. But I think I do believe SAS really missed Josham Sylvester. I think Josham Sylvester on the team this year would have made a difference. Now, I cannot say they would have won. What I could say is that he being on the team would have made a difference, but unfortunately he was injured, and so he was out. But
that's what you really feel, Godfrey? And I hope you're not going to tell me no comment. Is that what you really think?
Look, whenever we're in the big leagues, Joseph, I would not make a statement like that. You understand? Because I don't want to disappoint you. But nevertheless, I want to join you in congratulating Grenada Boys Secondary School. I mean, they were phenomenal, St. David's Catholic Secondary School, and I am really, really happy with the direction in which track and field is growing in Grenada. I'm really, really excited.
Folks, enough said about that. It was 3 exciting days of competition at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Only time will tell as you look forward to 2026. What, of course, if the Fat Lady is going to sing, when is she going to sing? Is the GBS going to defend, or is SAS going to reclaim its title? And the ladies at St. David's Catholic, well, of course, you know, they are just doing their thing. From all of us here at the GBN, the JC, Godfrey on the inside, we say thanks for being part of Intercall 2025. It's back to you, Kenroy.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Joseph Cadeau and Godfrey Augustine. Stay with us. We'll be back to report around the globe. That was good. Rescue workers have ended their search for survivors after a nightclub collapsed in the Dominican Republic capital, Santo Domingo, on Tuesday, killing at least 218 people and injuring more than 150 others. Families had gathered outside the wreckage of the Jet Set Club, eager for information about their missing relatives. But authorities there have now switched to a recovery operation to exhume the dead. Between 500 and 1,000 guests were inside the popular venue attending a concert when the roof collapsed.
Yeah, it really has been a difficult few days, and now the authorities are essentially bowing to the inevitable with this situation. It has moved officially from a search and rescue operation seeking survivors to officially a recovery operation of the victims' bodies. In that sense, that reflects the fact that 218 people are known to have died in the collapse of the nightclub behind me, the Jet Set nightclub. Just hugely shocking, as you said in your introduction. Now the worst such accident in Dominican history, and the family members who are here waiting for that news unfortunately have now received that tragic news, or indeed identified the bodies of their relatives in a sort of makeshift morgue that's just to one side of the building.
And Will, when it comes to the venue itself, is there an understanding of how this happened?
Well, that is what the question will be now that this has moved into the recovery phase. I think the questions are going to ramp up onto exactly why this took place, how it happened. A lot of fingers of blame are being pointed at a fire that took place here in 2023. The question being, of course, were the proper repairs carried out at the time? Was too much weight placed onto a vulnerable roof? Was the entire building structurally compromised and not made safe? The owner of the nightclub has flown into the Dominican Republic from the United States, living to continue, he says, to comply with the authorities. He says that he and his team, management team, have been completely transparent with the investigations and intend to remain so. But of course, extremely tough questions. I spoke to the mayor of this municipality, and she said the families themselves would keep the pressure on to find the answers to those questions.
Sudan has filed an ICJ complaint with the International Court of Justice accusing the United Arab Emirates of complicity in what it describes as genocide by the paramilitary Rapid Support Services. The alleged violence happened in West Darfur in 2023. Al Jazeera reports.
Sudan accused the United Arab Emirates at the United Nations highest court on Thursday, alleging that it is violating the Genocide Convention by providing arms and financial support to the rebel paramilitary group known as the Rapid Support Forces committing crimes against the Masalit people in the Darfur area.
The direct logistic and other support that the UAE has provided and continue to provide it to the RSF and their affiliated militia has been continue to be the primary driving force behind genocide now taking place.
Sudan seeks to have the International Court of Justice issue urgent provisional measures directing the UAE to take all necessary actions to prevent violence and other crimes against the Masalit people in Darfur.
We'll remind you of the headlines right after this. Reminder of the headlines: the Royal Grenada Police Force reporting successful security measures implemented for the 53rd GAPS Intercol Championships. Karakou fisherman in search of missing boat. State-of-the-art General Hospital kitchen reopens. Also in the news regionally, Dominican Republic ends search for survivors after collapse of nightclub roof. Internationally, Sudan files ICJ complaint against United Arab Emirates over complicity in genocide. Plus, in the sports news, the GBSS and St. David's Catholic Secondary crowned champions of GAPS Intercol Championships 2025. Congrats to them both. I should mention here that the GBSS and SAS are now tied on the number of wins, 20 wins. Each school has 20 wins. Could you imagine that? We look forward to 2026 to find out what's going to happen relative to the results of Intercol. But that's what we need to tell you at this time. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom. Good night.